Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's been a while. I'm back with another vinyl update. I got vinyl, I got tapes, I got CDs. Um, this time I'm not going to be telling you the price because of the sheer amount here. I'd be here forever trying to remember all the prices. I'm just going to go through them, you know, and that'll be that, you know. So we'll start off with vinyl as we usually do. So first up, we got Pyromania from Def Leppard. Uh, it wasn't much, but you know, it's Def Leppard. I mean, you know, people shit on them, but you know, they're a good rock band, a good solid rock band. Next up, we have Van Halen with Diver Down. This actually completed my David Lee Roth Van Halen era LPs. Been trying to pick them up, so I finally got around to grabbing it. Again, none of these were super expensive. You know, between like $8 and $15 for most of them. I think there's one or two that's higher. When I remember those, I'll let you know. But next we got Teenage Head with Frantic City. Good Canadian, some good Canadian boys. You know, from back in the day before one got murdered. And Teenage Head again with Some Kind of Fun. Really good stuff. Now, this is an interesting one because I've brought up this band before. And that's the Monks. This is Bad Habits. Basically, the Monks were some of the guys from the Straubs ended up going off on their own way and doing like this. And it's like a proto punk type, you know, new wave type stuff. It's pretty damn good, honestly. So the other album, Suspended Animation, I got quite a few years back, but finally got around to grabbing this one. So you know, and you know, just for good measure, we'll show you the back too. I just find that kind of funny, you know. None smoking a cigarette, walking away, you know, in like high heels and fishnets. Just kind of interesting. We'll just leave it at that. So yeah. Next, I got a soundtrack for The Graduate. I found this. It was, you know, this one I do know the price. I got this for $1. And it was purely, I saw it and I was just like, do I want it? And I'm like, you know what, for $1, yeah. Next, we have Swing Low, Sweet Cadillac by Dizzy Gillespie. Good stuff. Also, we have The Best of Basie, Volume 2. Count Basie and his orchestra. Great stuff, honestly. Like, Count Basie, Dizzy Gillespie, all these, like, kick-ass musicians, you know. Next, we got another one. Basie's Best, Count Basie. Really good stuff. This one was a complete surprise to me because I found this one again. This was like a buck, you know. Condition, it plays great. This is a Gordon Lightfoot Sunday concert. This was actually recorded at Massey Hall, which is a place where Gordon Lightfoot played quite a bit. But this was back in like 1960. I want to say 69. I want to say. Recorded, yeah, March 1969 in Massey Hall, Toronto, Canada. This actually has a song on it that I've never heard before. I've heard all of Gordon Lightfoot's stuff, but it has the song Ballad of the Yarmouth Castle. And I'd never heard it before. From looking into it, it looks like this is the only release it was ever actually on, at least that I can see. And if you know Gordon Lightfoot's music, he has a song called the Ode to Big Blue about like a giant whale. And I'll be damned if this isn't the exact same tune, just with songs about like an Irish castle or something. It makes me wonder whether he like wrote that and just didn't dig it, and then rewrote it as another song later on in his career. I don't know, but it's really similar. Next, we got the Stranglers with Oral Sculpture. Again, kind of like new wave-ish, post-punk type stuff. Next, we have the Stranglers again with Dreamtime. Good. Let There Be Rock by AC/DC. I love AC/DC. You know, I am not going to spend a video telling you about AC/DC because most likely most people know, and they damn well should. Fly on the Wall. Not the greatest AC/DC album, but it's still... I've said about many bands, like, you know, there's a lot of bands out there that have hit after hit after hit. There's bands that have a lot of misses also. But there are certain bands, even their biggest misses are still better than a lot of the crap we get nowadays. AC/DC is one of them. So yeah. Next up, Blue Oyster Cult. This is On Your Feet, On Your Knees, double LP. I'll just... It's Blue Oyster Cult. I'll do that later. It's just good stuff, honestly. Next, we have Steve Earle and the Dukes. This is The Hard Way. I like Steve Earle. He's one of those like country people that don't... When it comes to country music, you got like the redneck country, you know, the stuff. You got like the old school like country music, like, you know, like Marty Robbins type thing. And then you got someone like Steve Earle who's kind of all over the place. Like, hell, there's an album that has like a hip hop artist on it as well, and it's like kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. Next, this one is an interesting one. Iggy Pop with Free. This is basically freeform jazz via Iggy Pop. It's weird. It's on nice blue vinyl. But I got that for 50% off, whatever it was. I think it was like $19, and I got it for 50% off, so I couldn't complain there. Now next, this is one that I paid a higher price for. I paid $30 for this. This is a German pressing. This is Venom, Calm Before the Storm. I love Venom, you know, and when I saw this, you know, a German pressing or whatever, I had to have it. You can't go wrong with it. It's Venom. Next up, we have from Kitaro, Silk Road 3. I did a video, must be about a year ago now, when I'd been up to Quebec, and I actually got most of Kitaro's LPs. I actually bought a store out of them. I bought every single Kitaro album they had in that store, and I don't regret a single thing of it. So when I saw this one, I was like, hell yeah, $20, you can come home with me. If you've never heard Kitaro, if I say it's life-changing, his music, it sounds like an overstatement, but it kind of is. It's like, it's amazing what someone can do just with music, and Kitaro is like a genius when it comes to that. Next up, soundtrack for Mondo Cane, you know, by Riz Ortolani. It's the soundtrack to Mondo Cane. Is what it is. I'm glad I have it, you know. Interesting thing about that I got with two other records. They were supposed to be $5 a piece, so, but it was 3 for $10. So I got this and the next one in that. But I also got a Santana record, which was, I was really looking forward to. Then I got home and I was like looking and I was like, well, damn, it's supposed to be a double LP. It only has one record in it, so that's not in this collection, obviously. But is what it is, right? But Mondo Cane, can't go wrong with that. The next one was Crystal Ball by Styx. This was again with those 3 for $10. Is what it is. It's Styx. I don't think there's anything like really special on here. No, nothing super special. Just it Styx. It is what it is. Next up, I don't think I've shown this before. I think I got this after my last vinyl update video that I did. So, but it's Zyklon with World of Worms. Good, like blackened. I don't even know what you could really put as. It's definitely blackened. I don't know if I'd call it pure black metal, but it's got blackened extreme metal. I'll go with that, Alright. Next, we got On the Threshold of a Dream by the Moody Blues. Is what it is. It's the Moody Blues. Like I said, is what it is. Then we have Subject by Aldo Nova. I'm trying to remember. I think Aldo Nova are actually a Canadian band. I'm not sure. But I do know Phil X, the guitarist for Bon Jovi, used to play for them back in the day. Before he went on to play with Triumph and, some other stuff. That was back in the day, This is a much older album than that, but it's pretty good stuff, honestly. So, that's it for the vinyl. 12 minutes. It's got to be a bit of a record for me. We'll go with CDs next. So first up, most of these I can remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them were $1. And 2 of them were like $5 a piece. So first up, for $1, Queen live at Wembley, double CD, good concert, cool to have, and for $1, hell yeah. Best of Steve Earle, 20th Century Masters. It is what it is. It's Steve Earle. The Tea Party with Splendor Solace. Again, $1. I can't complain. This was also $1, and this is Henry Rollins with Think Tank. Double CD. Spoken word. I honestly... Anyone who hasn't listened to Henry Rollins' spoken word stuff, you're living under a rock. The guy is a certified genius, and his spoken word stuff's just so good. And of course, I had to just grab these two. The man, the myth, the legend. We lost him recently, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, with No Rest for the Wicked and No More Tears. I'd had No More Tears for years, but I decided to. I found like a decent copy, and I was like, what, I'll upgrade my copy, and I did, and No Rest for the Wicked I had years ago, and just never got around to updating, so I finally did. So, is what it is. Now we're on to tapes. Got this from CDN Records, kind of like my go-to place for tapes. First up, we have Funeral Whore with the Crystal Lake Massacres. And yes, oh, that's a bit hard to see. With a title like the Crystal Lake Massacres, it is exactly what you think it is. Based on Jason and the Friday the 13th stuff. I mean, hell, even the tape's got, like, Jason on it. It's kind of neat. You know? Good stuff. And then we also got another by Funeral Horror, and this is Dreadfully Expired. And I'm with tapes, I can't do that. I gotta do it separately. You know, yeah, I kind of like that people are getting back into tapes. You know, they're just so much fun. Now, next one, it's Putrid Womb. And this has to be the single greatest title for an album I've ever seen. This is Putrid Womb with Slime-Induced Priapism. And if you hear that name and you don't know what I'm referring to, priapism is a certain medical condition where you have an erection lasting longer than 3 hours. So I love that title. And last up, we have Last Days of Humanity. Come here. With Hymns of Indigestible Suppuration. Okay. That album with the blown up head guy on the cover. You know, a lot of people have seen that, you know, and it's on this nice orange tape. Yeah, I like the resurgence of tapes. You know, I like the fact that, you know, I can order like 4 tapes sort of thing, and it can all be delivered in like one package for like $4 or $5 for shipping. Whereas, you know, you get the same in CDs, you know, you're looking, you know, $10 shipping or so. So, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's my vinyl and music update for the past little bit. Is what it is. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. I don't think I have anything else. I don't know if you can see it, but I am putting my CDs into little thin slipcases and, you know, trying to just make a bit more room. So that's kind of a neat little experiment, if you will. But other than that, you know, not much else. So, yeah, that's it for me. See you next time.